Hi, this is Ross Harrison with Precision Health and Fitness. And I'm back with another video, and again, I'm still doing a series on things you can do while you're at home, even though things may be opening up in the very near future, which would be great. But for now, this isn't just something for at home. This is something that it's one of those things that is overlooked or people don't even know they could take into consideration for making their program better. But this is something that I was introduced to in scientific data literature probably about 20 years ago. And it's still something that very few people use. And that is, well, let me ask you, or phrase it this way. If you could do the exact same amount of work and get better results, would you be interested? I'm assuming most people would say yes, yet almost nobody takes advantage of this. So I'll actually start by sharing just the very first study I read about 20 years ago about this, and there's been a lot more since then. But essentially, they took two people and had them both lift. They were lifting heavy weights, and this was a accredited, peer-reviewed study. It was very well done. Essentially, they had two groups of people. Both groups performed the same amount of relative weight for their strength. And they performed the same number of reps, the same exercises at the same speed. It may have actually only been one exercise, but I don't remember the details. It's been quite a while. But essentially, two people doing the exact same workout. The only thing they did is one of the groups, they said, while you're lifting the weight, have the intention of lifting it as fast as you can. Even though with the amount of weight it was, there was no way to actually lift it fast because it was too heavy. But they each did the same amount of actual work, reps, relative weight, everything was the same, except that one difference. And as a result, after the study program was over, they naturally tested both groups, and both groups had the exact same results in terms of strength increase. Makes sense. They lifted the same weight, they got the same results as far as how much strength they had. But then when they looked at power or rate of force development, like how fast the muscles would contract, how fast people could move the weight, which is naturally a very important thing for sports, or the vast majority of sports, and really performance in life, the group that just had the intention of lifting the weight faster was able to produce significantly more power. Same routine, same everything. The only difference was what they were telling themselves when they were lifting the weight. And this doesn't just go for power. This goes with pretty much everything. What is going through your mind while you are doing a workout will have a significant effect on the actual results you get. So as I look at it, as long as you're putting forth the effort to do the work, you might as well get the most out of it as possible. And that's one of the many reasons, like the very first video, what's important to you. If you make both your workouts and what you're telling yourself mentally while you're working out things that are added towards the same goal, like if you want to produce more power and have faster muscle contraction, have the intention of moving the weight fast. Even when lifting heavy weights, it will make a difference. If your goal is more about whether it's strength, just whatever it is, if you're telling yourself that in your head while you're doing your workout, you will get more out of it. Let's look at the flip side. How many people exercise like, oh, let me put TV on and distract myself while I'm exercising, or let me do some other thing, let me try to read while I'm exercising. You might be multitasking, might be getting stuff done, but you're basically just saying the workout's not really that important. I'm just like checking a box off to say I did it, but not really trying to get the most out of it. If you want to really get the most out of your workouts, focus on your workout. Focus on what your body is doing. Listen to what your mind is telling your muscles to do, because it makes a huge difference. I found, like, even when people learning technique, a lot of times I'll ask people, what was the exact thought that you were telling yourself while you were doing it? And you'd be amazed at how many times one or two little word differences will affect a person's form. Like, I'm trying to think of a couple, but some would be like, oh man, yeah, I've seen this with almost every exercise, especially complex ones or people when they're learning new ones. If you're not thinking about what your muscles are doing, I guarantee your body's going to default to your strongest muscles. It's going to default to trying to get by with not using all of your muscles the way they're supposed to. Once you start really focusing and paying attention to what muscles should be working during this exercise, what is the thing I'm trying to improve when I'm doing this exercise, and have those things in your mind, you will get better in every regard. Your form will get better, your like physiological improvements will be faster, less pain, like everything that most people want out of workouts will improve if your mind is telling your body the right things. And if you're not paying attention to it, I guarantee it's not telling you the most effective things to get the most out of your workout. So that's it, just a little tidbit for today, something a lot of people don't think about, but it can make a huge difference on every workout. And when you get good at this and know and start learning what your habits are, what messages you should be sending yourself, think about this over the course of a lifetime, 10, 20, 30, 40 years of exercise. You will be a completely different person just by adding this one extra element to your workouts. So that's it. Your mind is very important, as important as your body, or more so, because it tells your body what to do. So intention, thoughts are a huge key, and please take that with you. Thanks. I hope you're all doing well, and I'll be back later. Ross Harrison, Precision Health and Fitness.